Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I have never done a video like this before, but I thought it would be fun to share with you guys how I transition my wardrobe from one season to the next. So since we are wrapping up with winter finally and transitioning into spring, I thought I'd show you guys how I transition my wardrobe. Since we live in the Midwest, it's like the seasons are so drastic that I like to keep my sweaters and all that stuff out during the winter. Sorry, it's a little echoey in here. I just realized that. I'm right off the bathroom. This is my master closet, by the way. And in spring and summer, it gets super hot. So I like to keep my wardrobe separate for each season and just kind of transition my pieces. So this is my wardrobe right now. I'll kind of give you guys an overview and show you what I'm working with. All right, so this section right here, these two rows of clothing, this is all of my like everyday, like cute outfits. I've got dresses, blouses, tops, sweaters, kind of everything. Most of this stuff is going to be winter. There are a few pieces in here that are spring already, and these pieces were either maternity pieces that I already added in since I am in my second trimester of my pregnancy, and then also like some newer pieces that I already purchased for this spring. I went ahead and put those in there. But as you can see, there are a lot of heavy pieces, thick, chunky sweaters that I'm definitely not going to be wearing in the summertime. So those are the types of items that I'm going to start removing from my closet. I also just transitioned to some new hangers this year as well. I've got the black velvet ones. You can see there are still some old hangers in here too, so hopefully I can fix that while I'm doing this. But that means most of my clothing I'm going to be taking off of these hangers and folding them. That way I can have the hangers for the new spring stuff that I'm going to add. And then this side over here are all of my bottoms, and I do have some shorts already in here, and those are maternity shorts or shorts that I kind of sometimes wear in the fall, like when it's really warm. But most of it is going to be like the darker leggings and jeans, so I'm also going to go through that. And then this is my shoe section right here, so lots of boots and wintry shoes, so I'll also be taking out all of those. And then this section I actually won't be touching because this is all of my, like, I call it my loungewear sections. These are mostly just like t-shirts, hoodies, stuff that I wear mostly just around the house or on like lazier days. And then I also have my workout clothes hung back here. Okay, and another thing I want to say is as I'm going through my clothing, I'm also going to take note of anything that I did not wear this entire season, which unfortunately there's a lot because I don't work in an office anymore like I used to. I don't get dressed every day. This is kind of my uniform, so I don't get to wear a lot of these like cuter things that I have in my closet. So anything that I did not wear this entire season, I will be putting in a separate pile to go up on Poshmark. And I'm not necessarily going to sell it right away. If it doesn't sell and next season rolls around and I haven't sold it yet, I'll still wear it. But I like to just have the option of selling it. That way, since I'm not gonna be wearing it for the next 6 months because it's gonna be hot outside. If it sells, and that's great, and I can buy new stuff next fall. So I will also have a big pile for Poshmark. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And honestly, I know this sounds weird, but this is like one of my favorite things to do. I do this every April and every October. I just swap out my clothes, and I just find it so relaxing and fun and enjoyable. So I hope you guys enjoy watching. Okay, so I just finished cleaning off clearing out the top rack. It doesn't look like a lot, but that's how much space I just made. The rest of the stuff that remains is stuff that is either pretty much just stuff that's neutral, so things that I can kind of wear all year round, minus like the maternity stuff that I have in here. So that's what that rack looks like, and here's what I managed to pull out. I don't even know how all this fit up there because this looks like way more than that little space I just cleared out. But these two piles are stuff that I wore this fall and is like sweaters and stuff like that, so I just took that down. And then these 3 piles is all stuff that I did not wear at all this year. So I'm going to list all of this on Poshmark. I'll have my Poshmark link down below too if you guys are interested in shopping on there. I love shopping on Poshmark because I like to get my clothes for a better deal. So I will be listing all of this stuff on Poshmark. And now I'm gonna get started on this bottom row. But first I'll be taking all of this stuff downstairs to the basement so that way I can make room for the bottom row. Okay, now I've got quite the mess. So many hangers, and I just folded all of my clothes that I'm gonna take and put in storage because that way I can save these hangers for my spring stuff. But here's the bottom row. So I cleaned out a much bigger section, and since I use the rotation system where I basically like rotate through all my clothes, I already knew that everything on this bottom row had been worn this year. So all of this stuff I've already worn this year, so I can go ahead and just put it away for next year. Okay, now time for the fun part where I added my spring clothes. So this is a hot mess, but this is our guest bedroom closet down in our basement, and this is what I use to store all of my like off-season clothes, stuff like that. Pretty much, we've got like Halloween costumes, random stuff. So I'll kind of show you guys how I store it all and what I'll be bringing upstairs to my normal closet. Okay, so here is all the spring stuff that I have to bring up, and then I also have a rolling rack. They're kind of janky though. One of them I had already broke, but these are kind of nice if you had a sturdier one to like lay out your clothes on. But I just have some spring stuff on there and there. And then since I am pregnant, I did go through all of my spring clothing and pick out the things that I know will not fit me this summer because I'm pregnant. So all of these items I will be listing on Poshmark as well. And then as far as the winter stuff, I know it's not very organized, but I shoved basically all the sweaters and things that I just brought down here into these shelves, and then I just put some down in a basket. So not the most organized, but it does the job. And then over here, I also have a few more spring items. So basically, I'm just gonna start carrying all the spring stuff and bringing it upstairs. Okay, I find the best way to work in my new seasonal clothing items is just to, first of all, I'm gonna have to switch the hangers to my new black velvet ones, and then I'm just going to stick them in between each piece. So I'll do an old piece and then a new spring piece and just kind of cycle it through, because I do a rotation system with my clothing where I try to just wear everything down the line. So that way I can kind of make sure that I'm getting everything in and wearing all of it. Okay, I'm all finished adding in my spring clothes. So as you can see, it's a lot more colorful now, and I actually have less, probably because I'm pregnant and I know a lot of like my summery stuff won't fit me. So this is like the extra hangers that I'm not even going to be using because I don't have that much stuff. So I am happy about that because I'm slowly, I know I have a ton of clothes, but I am slowly trying to downsize my closet. I'd like it if it were about half of this, but it's just hard for me to get rid of things unless I sell them. Now we're going to move right along into my bottoms, and I really don't have that many bottoms to add in. So these are all the bottoms that I have to add in. Because I'm pregnant, I know I won't be wearing most of my regular shorts and stuff. So I just have some elastic waist skirts and pants that I'll kind of add in. And I'm going to go through this and pull out all my jeans and leggings and stuff that I don't think I'll wear in the summer. And again, the same thing. If I didn't wear it, I'm going to put it in a separate pile for Poshmark and kind of go through it all as well. for the shoes. So these are all of my spring and summer shoes, and I'm going to bring all of these up and switch them out with all my boots. Okay, now it's time to trade out the shoes. Done. I've got all my spring shoes behind me. I've got all my spring clothing. I've got all my spring bottoms, and it does take a lot of work, but for me it's really rewarding and satisfying to have everything organized this way and have it like this. So I hope this video helped you, inspired you, gave you some good ideas and tips on how to transition your wardrobe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I don't know what to do with all these hangers.